This video is about a new channel that I'm making, or I've already made it about 2 weeks ago in Ipoh. I think I made about 14 minus 3 regular channels. That means it's 11 new channels. So I'm currently, if you keep in touch with me or stalk me, stalker alert, you were to keep tabs with what I'm doing all the time, you will know that I'm in KL now, and the reason is because of all these 11 new channels. I have to download all the videos from my old 3 channels, the old 3 of them channels, which is all convoluted and mixed up with everything else, Gundams and cosplays, and all of them are jumbled up in all 3 channels. So I'm gonna make many I made a video channels for all types of, for a channel dedicated to Gundams and toys, a channel for pretty girls and cosplay, channel for food, street food, home food, all different types, so it's easier. So this one is an introduction to New Zealand channel. New Zealand channel, of course, if you look at any of my channels, at the side of that bar here, recommended options, it's all my channels, so it's easy to find. There's Let's Plays, New Zealand, my cute nephews, Jaden and Gabriel. Oh shit, I must well look at it. Let's see here. My New Zealand channel, which is this one here, with 12 subscribers, of course, my own subscription, my own channel subscribing to me, myself. So in the sidebar here is the featured channels: Gerryko Malaysia TV Network, Gerryko Malaysia TV Network 2, movies and whatever, street food, home cooking, Gundams and toys, cosplay, Professor Cockstopper, Jaden, Gabriel, and Let's Plays. Yeah, there's a Let's Plays gaming channel. And my artwork. Yes, I'm going to start doing artwork because I bought artwork. You've seen the other videos, previous videos. I bought a 100 A1 paper. That's 1 ringgit and 60 cents. 1 ringgit and 60 cents is equivalent to 40 US cents. You know, 4 ringgit to 1 US dollar. So do the math. It's, oh shit, let me do the math. 40 US cents, that means times 100 is 40 US dollars spent on paper. So I'm going to start the time-lapse. I'm going to put all my old time-lapse portraits of real people. I intend to actually do something else. Actually, I'm going to draw semi-nude or erotic pictures, time-lapse style, or maybe Bob Ross style, where my baritone voice would actually make you go and fall asleep. It's good when you're looking at me talking while I'm painting some nude pictures. I'll talk about my life experiences that might fuck you up actually and give you a bad trip if you are smoking or have eaten mushrooms. So beware. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna make this YouTube channel, introduction channel, just for New Zealand. So New Zealand, 80 gigabytes. Yep. This video is gonna be for New Zealand only. Yeah, definitely. 88 gigabytes worth of videos. I went to New Zealand in 2010, and until now I did not look back. I did not go back and see what I have shot. So this is a chance for me to reminisce or be nostalgic of the past. 5 years ago, yeah, that past. The past, which is almost 1 year that I spent in New Zealand, all compiled into 88 gigs. That took me maybe so far. I think it will take me about 4 days to upload. Yeah, 4 days to upload. So Sunday I came to KL. Now it's Monday. No, yesterday was Monday. Now it's Tuesday. So it should be ready by tomorrow. And after I've done New Zealand, I upload New Zealand already. Then I'll trickle out the videos because I have to compile it. Using video editor, I would spice up all the videos into relevant topics and whatnot. It's simple. It's not much editing at all because it's very short clips. Of course, back then in 2010 or 2009. 720p was the highest I think you could go when it comes to digital cameras. So but it did 88 gigs. That's a lot. Fuck, what did I actually video, I can't remember. So this is a good time for me to actually watch whatever I've videoed. And of course there's a couple of videos not from my camera but from other people's camera, so that's interspersed here and there, so the timeline might be a bit weird. And this is a good time to introduce to you the timeline or where I went in regards to, I'm downloading it. Sometimes it gets fucked up and I will delete all the new videos because I want it to be in chronological order, the videos that is, so it will be easier for me to where the fuck, why am I googling google.com? What the hell is wrong with this picture? I'm googling google.com through New Zealand. Is there a place called New Zealand? Oh, New Zealand. Okay, good. Let's hope with a D. Come on, give me the map. I need the map. Computer is slow because of downloading a lot of porn, of course. Check out the Mihono Sakaguchi, very pretty girl. And also another one that I like, which is her name is, fuck, I don't remember her name. Fuck it, never mind, it's not important. So shit. Okay, something wrong with the, okay, thank God. So what did I do in New Zealand? New Zealand is at the end of the world, somewhere far away, nobody goes there. Hopefully this is a good Google Maps. I think a Google Maps is much better when I use it on using web browser Firefox than this stupid Opera. See, it becomes black. Why? No idea. Take some time, plenty of time. The upload speed here is very fast. I think it's 4 gigs per hour of upload speed. Yeah, more than 4 gigs per hour. And you'll be doing the math and say why it takes 4 days for 88 gigs of stuff to upload. It's because my laptop is a bit fucked up already. Sometimes it keeps on saying that the DNS is gone or somewhere. It just cuts out. So I have to redo the uploading again and again, and sometimes when I go to sleep, the next morning it will be, oh, it's something went haywire and it did not progress or upload with the rest. So all of it is error. So I have to upload again. So Auckland is not the capital city, but that's the biggest city in New Zealand. There are 2 islands. One is in the north. One is called the North Island in the north, of course, and one is called the South Island, which is in the south, of course. Logic, yeah. So I visited 2 of these islands. Very nice. You like nature, go there. Okay. You like German people, go there because there are tons of them. As my friend from Britain, now I forgot what's his name. Mark Lowe, yes, MarcLowe. Mark Lowe says he's from Newcastle in Britain, and there's no South or North Britain. There's just Britain. He's from Newcastle. He says Germans are crawling out of the woodwork like cockroaches in New Zealand. There are tons of them there. So it's nothing to do with World War II or Heil Hitler, but it's something to do with the pretty girls. Oh my god, German girls are very pretty and big breasts too. So okay, this is Schweitzer, and I'm going to use the Firefox to actually see the New Zealand stuff because this is Schweitzer. Oh shit. Ooh. What's the name? Miranda A, I think. Miranda or Melinda? Melinda A. Is she what do you call that word? Decent? No, she's not. She's from Mad Art. Mad Art girls are lovely. So it's best to use Firefox for the maps thing. It's easier. Opera is part of Google. Google kind of sucks. I mean, it can fuck up their own stuff, you know. It can make it so complicated that it's fucked up. What the fuck? All maps. Yeah, they can over-engineer it and it gets fucked up. Have you seen the latest what do you call that, Silicon Valley show? Yeah, it says engineers when they are making the interface, they do not understand the users. Not like Steve Jobs or Apple. maybe. Oh shit. So I landed in Auckland, and oh yeah, Christchurch. No, not Christchurch. Wellington. Wellington is the capital city of New Zealand, and it's very windy. It's here. Wellington is at the southern tip of the North Island. Southern tip of the North Island. That's right. So back in 2009 and 2010 or somewhere about there, I landed in Auckland. Auckland is the biggest city because it's northerner. Is it? I've been watching too much Game of Thrones. It's the most northern big city of New Zealand, so it's closer to civilization, to the rest of the world, and maybe it's a bit closer to Australia. Who knows? But the international airport in Auckland is not that big, but it's just, you know, New Zealand is quite a very isolated country, and you can feel it kind of. I did not visit the places north of Auckland, so they say that there's the longest beach ever here. I think, I'm not sure. There's Whakapagaguru. You know, the Kerry here is famous. They have a lot of Maori language that represents, or the towns are in a Maori language, and when you see the WH in front, it's pronounced as F. So Wagaruru, Whakatane, Whangare here, so it's a F. Auckland is nice. It's just a city. It's very rolling here, rolling there, a lot of rolling hills. So if you were to walk around, oh my god, it's gonna be you're gonna be panting quite a lot, and not from sex, okay? And you go up and down, just to walk somewhere, and suddenly it can just rain. Pooh! It's bright and sunny because of the ozone layer. It's kind of dodgy there. There's no ozone layer, so it's very intense, the sunlight, that is. Pooh! And suddenly it rains. So weird. Suddenly it rains, and that's weird, very weird. So I spent a couple of days in Auckland in an area called Ponsonby, in a backpackers place called Ponsonby Backpackers. So after that, I went to, I think my first stop was not Hamilton, the next major city. That's inland, so it's boring. Cities or towns that are closer to the beach is better. So I'm not sure whether I went to Tauranga or I think I went to Napier. Where's Napier? Napier is in Hawke's Bay. So Napier is here. Napier is quite a nice town. Some time ago, a long time ago, there was a fire. I think in 1940s, around there, and a lot of the houses were burned down. So after that, they tried to rebuild it, and they brought in engineers or architects from other countries, maybe from America, and they gave it an Art Deco feel to it. So if you want to film a film noir, or Dick Cheney, not Harry Dick or Dick Harry. It sounds a bit sexual. Harry Dick. There is a character called Harry Dick or Dick Harry. It's like bang. It's a detective or something. I'm not sure. Leave the comments below. I might be wrong. So it's quite a small little town, quite nice. I stayed in Wally's Backpackers there, and the owner, forgot what's his name, is not good at giving us jobs, unfortunately. There's another town here near Napier, Hastings here. It's shithole because it's not next to the sea, but you get more jobs there, so too bad. I do not know how long I spent my time in Napier. 1, 2 months, 3 months, not sure. So this is Hawke's Bay. I like it here. Met a Japanese girl, and she hated my guts after I said that Japanese people can't pronounce their L's. That's why you substitute the L's with R's, because she was saying, oh, laptop. I was wondering what the fuck is she talking about. Then I said the words, and she hated my guts. Too bad. Did not have a chance to bait her at all. So after that, from Napier, I went to Whakatane for a night. Yep, it's called Whakatane. Then ended up in Tauranga. In Tauranga, stayed there for a couple of months. And after that, because I was with one gang, you make a lot of friends, and they wanted to go to Napier, so I ended up in Napier again and spent some time there. And I'm not sure about the timeline, but I went to Taupo here, uh, uh, and Taupo only for a couple of days to look at the lake. Oh my God, I never seen a lake that is like the sea. You can't see the border; it's so far away. So it was very exciting. So Lake Taupo was quite awesome. What else is there? What else is awesome? Possum. Yeah, possum is like a pest in New Zealand. And and somehow I went to Rotorua. It's smelly like eggs because of the sulfur in their. There's no volcano there. I think Lake Taupo, I think, is it's an active volcano, or I'm not sure whether it's active or not. But Rotorua is quite nice, smelly. You can see the mud boiling. Is it working? I'm not sure whether it's working. If there's an X, then it's not working. Okie dokie. And from there, ended up going southwards. It was at the end of my stay. And did I say that when it comes to working holiday maker visa for Malaysians, which I had, 6 months is the maximum, and you can extend it for 3 months. So I'm not sure whether I extended it for 3 months or not. Maybe pay a bit of money and you get 9 months, and I stayed more than 9 months, 11 months and plus days to be exact. So I overstayed my welcome. I overstayed, so I broke the law. Who cares? So I done it already, New Zealand, but I did not really actually see everything in New Zealand. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I saw. Where else? I went to Wellington, of course, the capital city. Nothing much there. Spent about 2 or 3 days partying. Went to a stripper joint with my friends Felix and 2 other guys, and from there took a ferry. Thank God, that time I was overstaying my welcome already. It's already past 9 months, so a bit scared that they might check the passport. But since it's 2 countries, I mean not 2 countries, both of them are of the same country, and so thank God. So they took the car in the ferry and ended up in, not sure where, Picton, is it? And from there we went to a place called Nelson to do a walk. You know, next to the coast there's some walking, and we camped there for like 3 days. And there was a storm, and it was wet and miserable and quite fucked up, and but it was quite interesting indeed to walk. Of course I filmed it and you get to see it. And too bad it's only maybe 480p. It's terrible, I know. From there I said goodbye to my buddies. Too bad, it's the end of the journey. I myself from Nelson went to a place called Christchurch, and this is Christchurch, I think, somewhere around here. Christchurch had that earthquake, and I went there only after the earthquake happened. So a lot of backpackers in Christchurch were closed because backpackers are normally in the city center, and city centers are normally made of concrete and whatnot. So it cracks here, crack there, and I had to walk a bit further away from the city center and stayed in some backpackers. I forgot what's the name of, and stayed a couple of days. Christchurch is just another nice place. Some museums there, and 1 or 2 art museums, and a nice botanical garden. I like the botanical garden, quite nice. I should have stayed longer, asked for waiter jobs or dishwasher job in all those restaurants, the Chinese restaurants. Maybe I could have stayed for 4 years and earned some money, but I did not, unfortunately, and ended up in YouTube, which pays not so much, even less than minimum wage. Okay, so let's see here. From Christchurch I went to an awesome place which is called Queenstown. Before that I saw one of the lakes here. I'm not sure which one. Queenstown is here. There's a lake that the bus stopped at. Maybe it's Takapo. Maybe it's called Tekapo here. There's a big lake, and the impending or not impending, it's already there. The astounding mountains, oh, so beautiful, and the lake so cold. And not the South Island is not as green as North Island. The North Island is greener because it's tropical, and the South Island is kind of like I'm not sure how to say it. It's barren. It's brown. Not much grass, not much tropical forests at all. So from there, continue on journey to Queenstown. I went to Queenstown during the summer months, so it's not snowing. Queenstown is very famous for skiing, so I saw the mountains, or the mountain without the snow. It looks very, very awesome, very majestic. From Queenstown, I went to Milford Sound. I think paid a bit of money. Went on the what do you call, ferry. Went out into the sea. The cliffs are very awesome. The hill is like straight down into the sea. It's very scary actually, if you come to think of it. Hitch a ride with some guys, and it was summer, and there was one area that still had snow, so we went up there, and they pulled down their pants, showed me their buttocks, and not in a gay way, they asked me to take a picture. I think it's called mooning. Yep, it's mooning. If you do that in Malaysia, most likely you'll get deported. Yeah, somebody did that in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, and the mountain spirits were not pleased, and there was an earthquake. So whoops, and the white devil or the Caucasians were blamed for that. It's just geological and coincidence, that's all. And from Queenstown, I went to a town that is famous for what, university or college students or university students, Dunedin. Nothing much in Dunedin, so nothing much at all. So after that, I think I went to Christchurch, and from Christchurch took a flight back to Malaysia via Singapore. Stopped at Singapore for a while, and from there went to Kuala Lumpur. And that's it. And I had a lower backache, because I carried my backpack, very heavy backpack, in an awkward position, and it's a permanent damage. Did that in Malaysia, in my friend's apartment. Hans is the friend's name, not the apartment. So it was in Seremban. It's too bad. Some things you do, it can become permanent, and yeah, careful with your whatever stuff. And it's 22 minutes already explaining this channel. So hopefully you enjoy the videos. Of course, I was quite happy in making them, because it was awesome. That's the most awesome time I had ever in my life. 4 years of dullness in Britain. Okay, 3 years, okay. The first year in Britain was awesome. 3 years later, it was and was a robot working in a Chinese takeaway. And went to New Zealand, had a fun time, didn't make money, spent money actually, 10,000 ringgit, which is equivalent to, back then was I think $3,000 US for almost 11 months and a couple of days. Of course I did some work. So, and the work was quite interesting, back-breaking, but I know now the fruits that I eat came from plants. So subscribe, like, and share with your New Zealand backpacker friends.